you know what, like, and especially like we're three men, and you know we're all married, and I know I definitely, and I know you guys do too. I do feel a sense of duty to be able to provide for my family as a man.
Yep.
Of course I do.
And it's not to say that, you know, my wife doesn't want to work or she doesn't do anything or she needs to rely on me or anything like that. But at the end of the day, you know, I am a traditional male and I do feel like it's my duty.
Traditional male.
It's literally like in today's world, you know, there's different views on
modern male.
There's but I'm a traditional. I've got traditional values.
You want to provide for the family.
So I've got traditional values where I want to provide for my family and make sure that, you know, no matter what, they can always look at me as their standard bearer of making sure that they can live.
Yep.
You know, they can if everything in their life is not constant, the one thing they can depend on is me. Yeah. And I feel that that's my duty to be that person.
That's very clever.
Right? Now, here's the thing. This is what Martin Lewis came back with and how it affects men and their mental health. 14% of men in the UK over the past 12 months have thought about unaliving themselves.
That's a big figure, that. 14%.
And that rises.
That's a lot.
And that rises to 40% when they miss payments on the bills.
Those are the ones who've actually come forward and spoken about it.
Yeah,
and there's going to be so many people who are suffering in silence.
And out of those...
But that's the thing, just on that, we as men find it difficult to talk about things like that.
Well, we'll get onto that.
What does money cause in a relationship? Money problems.
It
money,
causes
problems.
You know, money
Financial
problems.
strain causes so many problems.
Money problems is the number one divorce reason in, I think, across all the Western world, really. I think the number one reason why people get divorced is through money trouble.
Yeah, I can imagine so, because
it causes arguments.
Yeah, it does.
You know, it causes, because regardless of where you sit on the line, there is an expectation that you should be bringing in money.
And just to think of it, so if you look at the figure, 14%.
Yeah.
So according to
which increases to 40%.
40%
when they miss a payment.
Imagine this. Yeah, this is people.
They think about.
This is the thought of it, right?
Yeah.
33.6 million males in this country.
Yeah.
That's a total of 4,700,000.
Yeah.
4.7 million.
Yeah, 4.7 million. But here's the thing.
That's 4.7 million people thinking about it.
But look, this is the thing. Yeah, that's 13%. Yeah, and then 40%, and that rises to 40% after
they've missed a payment.
And that's the thought they think about unaliving. Yeah. Now,
wait, I think
13% of that group. Yeah, 13% of that group have then actually attempt to actually unalive themselves, which then leads us into mental health crisis. Now, here's the thing. Yeah, you can say a couple of things here. Yeah, you can say, well, you know what, you've got to be thick-skinned. Yeah,
but how much of a thick skin are you meant to have?
I know,
yeah,
it's
exactly.
difficult.
Yeah. You know,
how much of a brave face can you put on?
Stiff upper lip.
Yeah,
you know,
it's not the same
But
anymore,
you know what, like women have got that thing where, you know, they can sit down and they can have them conversations, but there is a stigma amongst men where we don't talk about these things. You know, and we don't sit around a table and we don't say, look, you know, we'll ask each other, oh yeah, how you doing? You're all right? yeah, I'm all right. But in the back of my head, I'm thinking,
talk about the things that impact us.
Yeah, exactly. But in the back of my head, you know, I'm thinking about all these things that are going on, but I'm not telling you about it.
Do you know why that is? Well, I think from my point of view, like, I never really talk about my personal problems much because it makes me look weak in my mind.
You sometimes feel embarrassed about it.
It makes me like weak.
And there's nothing to be embarrassed or.
But that's the thing, though, isn't it?
But that's the thing. The thought of it is weak.
In that moment, it's like I'm a weak individual for speaking about this.
You're a strong individual if you actually step forward and talk about it.
But you don't think of that in the time, though, do you?
But I'll be honest with you, I never used to, personally, there was a time in my life where I did think that mental health, it wasn't really a thing. And I was off that mindset that, no, you know what, you can't be mentally weak. And I was off the mindset that, you know what, if you want to change your position, you get up and you do something about it. You don't sit and wallow. However,
work that way.
It doesn't work that way.
Having seen the dark side of things.
And I can genuinely say that, you know, mental health, it is actually a thing.
100%.
Now, I would like to consider myself as somebody who's mentally strong. However, I'm not mentally impenetrable from factors that then cause difficulty and pain amongst my loved ones. You know, and there is nobody on this planet. I don't care whether you're Andrew Tate or whether you're whoever. You might say that you're mentally, unpenetrable. However, mental stress does genuinely exist because
all it takes is one thing to happen, one event, one trigger.
That's all it takes.
And it could be anything
that
could send you into a downward spiral. And it's so difficult to pull yourself up. Like, from one
now
of those.
there are steps that you can take to help release the burden slightly. And the first step is and especially for all the men out there, is it's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It is okay.
You can talk to your loved ones, and you can talk to your friends.
Even at work. You can talk to people at work.
Yeah.
You can cry. If you have to cry, let it out.
Yeah.
Let the anger out. Let the sadness go. But you need to get in touch with somebody. Speak.
Yeah. And
If
here's
you
the thing.
speak up, then someone will know what's going on.
This is it. And one thing that I've learned is you don't have to suffer on your own.
No.
Now,
you
don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
There's things that have happened where, whether I talk to you guys or, I've talked to my friends about, and it doesn't mean that everybody's going to be able to financially help you. However, I can't tell you how much pressure it releases when you can just get it off your chest.
Just to get off your chest, yeah.
And
because
just
they
talk
can then
about it.
relate to you and say, well, no, I've had difficult times.
Yeah, exactly.
Even the people who you would never believe have had difficult times.
Yeah.
Everyone feels that pinch
Yeah,
at some point.
Yeah.
No matter what they show in their life now, everyone's at different stages.
Exactly, yeah.
And one thing, that's another thing, tying into like things like social media, Instagram,
It's not
TikTok.
real.
It's not real. It is a
facade,
complete lie.
It's a facade. Like,
This is it.
how many people have been exposed? Saying, "Oh yeah, I've just bought this car. It's a frigging rental.
Yeah, it's a rental.
Oh, I've just bought this property.
Rental.
They're renting it.
Yeah.
But they're acting this whole fake life
And they
of
get themselves-
money.
Yeah.
And they're like, you're
Debt,
weak. And
debt,
they talk
debt.
about what you can't handle something. You're a weak man.
No. It's
And
a
like,
load of...
I kind of get why people got a bit strung up with Andrew Tate when he says like depression doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, I don't believe in depression. It doesn't exist. Yeah, because what works for him,
It's
He's telling
something
himself
different.
that.
he's telling himself that.
Yeah.
So it's a mindset thing from him.
And that's his coping mechanism.
That's his coping mechanism.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that someone else's.
Yeah,
But-
exactly.
but one thing
And to
on
say
that-
that someone's weak for
Yeah.
being depressed, bang out of order.
It's bang out of order. But one thing I want to add to that as well is, mental health is something which you cannot always see. You could be sat
It's
next to
unseen
someone.
illness, isn't it?
You
It's
could be
unseen
sat next to
illness,
someone who is happy as Larry. They are always chirpy. They look like they've got no problems in the world, and they are, like your best friend. It could be your best friend.
Yeah.
It could be your family. But what happens is, deep down inside, they're having such a hard time. They're suffering with something, but they can't bring it to the surface.
You know what, Zed? I seen a video on LinkedIn a few months ago now, and it was
Is
two
it the
chaps.
football one?
Yeah,
that
two
hit
chaps.
deep.
Yeah, that hit hard because
Yeah,
it was
Probably
two.
seen
It was
that
two chaps, and they go to the game. Yeah,
Yeah.
They don't know each other. Yeah, just
Yeah.
two random gentlemen, but they've got season tickets, and they always sit in the same seats.
Yeah.
So they're always sat together. And one of them is always happy, and he's always like, "You all right, mate?" And the other guy is sad.
No, he's not sad. He's just really dead quiet.
Yeah, he's just dead quiet. Yeah, he's just dead quiet, and he's like,
and every week they go back to the same game.
Yeah.
They're like, "How you doing? How you doing? You okay? Yeah."
No.
No response.
They aren't like that. One of them
chaps.
is like that, and the other guy's just like,
Yeah. The other guy's like, yeah. And then fast forwards after about, I think, 6 matches, and then someone comes in from the side of the shot, but he sits down.
And the other chair is empty.
He puts the scarf down on an empty chair, and he sits down, and it's not the person you were expecting.
No.
It's the other chap.
The happy one.
The happy one.
They're asking how you are. And all that
How
sort
are
of
you?
stuff.
You okay? And then it hits you, and you realise, no, sometimes you can't see it. Some people
This is
hide it so well.
Yeah.
But we will show that video at the end of this podcast as well.
And
so
also
you can educate yourselves.
in the description, we will post some links that if you
Are
are
suffering.
struggling and you are suffering and you want to
Reach out to someone.
reach out to somebody to help. Hopefully these organisations will be able to help you.
But can we also say as well, I've known people. I think we've known people who've been in these situations. We've known people who've gone through with the whole thing as well. It's
Yeah.
not easy, but if anyone even wants to just reach out to us,
Yeah,
have
yeah,
a
yeah,
conversation
yeah, for
with
sure.
us, we are happy to do that.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, just let us know how you're feeling. Send us a direct message, and we'll try and get in
Yeah.
contact with you, and we'll help you the best we
This
can.
is it. And how things are today, and this is the beauty of life, how things are today doesn't mean it's going to be like that tomorrow.
Yeah.
And the best way that you can tackle it sometimes is just take a day at a time,
Yeah.
because it's okay, and I'm not going to sit here and say, well, everything's going to be all right instantly, because it probably won't. But
It
you know
takes
what?
time.
It takes time.
Takes time.
And the biggest thing is, I promise you don't have to deal with these things on your own.
Yeah.
And
Don't
it is something.
ever give up.
Don't
ever
give up, because while and I don't think like people do it because they think it's the easy way out. I think people do that and have those thoughts and then act upon those thoughts because they feel like it's the only thing that is left
the
to
only
do.
option
And
left.
it's better for other people.
And
as
it's
well.
better for other people
Better for other
if they didn't,
Yeah.
if they weren't there anymore, because they
Yeah.
feel like they're letting them down. But you're not, because your family needs you, your loved one needs you, your friends need you, and it's
No.
okay.
Let's rephrase that. They don't need you. They want you.
Yeah.
They want you to be part of their
Yeah.
life. They want you to be part of their everyday.